What's up, everybody? Andrew Mahone here with Tricky Jim at Full Grip Games. Today I'm going to be showing off a very cool poison-based Eternatus VMAX list by SnorlaxMyDear. Pokemon trading card game online user SnorlaxMyDear pioneered this list, and it is really creative, really disruptive, and very powerful. They were able to obtain 130 tournament rep with this deck playing in the Player Cup 2 qualifiers. So really excited to show off this list. Let's check it out. As we've seen so far, Crushing Hammers are really good right now in the Pokemon trading card game, and this list plays 4 of them, as well as 3 copies of Power Plant, which stops Pokemon GX and EX abilities in play from working. Power Plant is very strong in this deck. It stops Dedenne GX's Day-Day Change, stops Oricorio GX's Dance of Tribute. Those are the main ones, and it does an amazing job of doing that. After Marnieing your opponent to low, you can stick a Power Plant in play, Crushing Hammer, remove your opponent's energy, and take huge knockouts with Eternatus VMAX, the behemoth Dark-type Pokemon from Darkness Ablaze with 340 HP, and the Dread End attack, which does 30 damage for each of your Dark Pokemon in play. And with its Eternal Zone ability, you can have up to 8 Dark Pokemon on your bench, meaning that you can have 9 Dark Pokemon in play with the active, dealing 270 damage for just 2 energy. To back up the Eternatus VMAX, we have got the Poison crew here. We've got the Garbodor with its Poisonous Puddle ability, which once during your turn, if you have a Stadium in play, you may make your opponent's active Pokemon poisoned. That goes very well with the Power Plants that we play for disruption, so we're able to stop our opponent's abilities from working. We're able to poison them, we're able to remove their energy, and when we poison them, we get to do more poison with Toxicroak, and its ability allows you to put 2 more damage counters on your opponent's poison Pokemon in between turns. So it's very strong combination that we've got here with the Garbodor and the Toxicroak. With 3 Toxicroaks in play, you're going to be adding plus 60 damage from poison, so 70 damage between turns. You can deal 340 damage maximum if you have got 3 Toxicroaks in play, in essence, because you're going to be dealing 270 damage plus 70 more damage, which means you're going to be dealing 340. So that is just a ton of damage, a very high damage ceiling for this deck. And the deck still has many of the nice consistency luxuries that we are used to. We still got the 3 Pokemon Communication in the list, the 3 Great Ball in the list, 4 copies of Research, only 3 copies of Marnie here, which is a little bit of a concession, as well as only 3 copies of Switch and no other pivot outs, which means that finding your Switch cards can be a little bit hectic sometimes. And we do only have 8 copies of Basic Dark, which means that our main way of getting Darkness Energy into play is going to be with Power Accelerator, accelerating the basic Darkness Energies onto your bench Pokemon, and then swinging in for big numbers with Eternatus VMAX's Dread End. This deck can set up very quickly and explosively, but even if it doesn't set up quickly, you have the power of disruption available to you with this list. So big shout out again to Pokemon Trading Card Game Online user SnorlaxMyDear, who hooked us up with this very creative deck list and very creative take on Poison Eternatus, and congrats again on a great run in the Players Cup 2 qualifying rounds, earning 130 tournament rep primarily with this deck. So make sure to check out the gameplay and let me know, what do you think of this Garbodor Toxicroak Eternatus VMAX deck in the comments below. There we go. Busted content. Thank you so much, Starmy, for not only watching the channel, but also just contributing. It's much appreciated. You know, I have my opinions about decks and deck building and all of that, but variety, chat, variety is the spice of life, right? Like, I have my own experiences and things that I bring to the table and things that I think about cards and games and the way that we should play decks. And, you know, a lot of that is built up over years of trial and error. But sometimes, you know, I get stuck in my ways, and there's ways about thinking about decks and building decks that I won't consider. So it's really nice to have outside input. I think this has been a long time coming. Starmie as a Pokemon has been kicking my butt. Stream queuing against us. I think I've only won once against this deck in all the times that we've played. So, and to see that Starmie has also gotten 130 tournament rep, I think is pretty convincing, right? Just gonna go here. Okay. Think. Yeah, just sticking that there. And we're just going to pass. Seems fine. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And you guys will see. You know, if something's staring me in the face, I'll go ahead and pivot. I can tell you, you know, it is what it is. I have my opinions, but yeah, we'll admit when we overlooked something. For sure. We will. It's important, you know? It's important not to be too prideful to the point where you can't admit that you might have overlooked something. So that's something that makes me happy about building decks. It's like there's always something new, right? Even like Scorch Magneton, right? I would have never built that deck because to me it's like, you know, are you being a little bit too convoluted to get to the same end goal? Is just a more simple, straightforward strategy that's probably going to be more consistent. You know, that kind of question in my head would have probably led me to never even try to build that deck, right? Never even try to. So, but lo and behold, you know, you got other players trying different ideas and doing things like that, and then eventually you land on something that that feels good. Feels good. The Scorch Magneton deck is pretty good. It's still not my preferred way to play Scorch, but it's fine and it works. So, you know, you have to admit something catches you off guard like that. You know, Scorch Magneton was definitely much stronger than I had originally thought. Amor, I think, did I want to put the hats in every deck, or did chat ask me to put hats in every deck? Sometimes, I'll do what the chat asks. For the most part. Right? Chat asks enough. I mean, really, it's your show. So, I could only be asked to play a hat deck so many times before eventually the hat deck's going to happen. I believe I tuned into Tord's stream one time, and even Tord was playing a B-Drill deck, and I was like, Tord, how did you get over here to the B-Drill deck? I think Charlie, the chat had pushed his hand. All right, let's see what we got going on here. We've got the Crushing Hammer. Let's see if we hit that. Broken deck. Yup. Oh, yeah. How do we lose? How do we lose, chat? Just going to draw some cards. Invincible deck. Here we go. Can't lose. We've got the Darkness Energy. Hitting this Crushing Hammer. Nope. All right, it's fine. And we're big chilling. Look at that. Only 8 dark, not a problem. Look at that. Hammers be gone. Never have to worry about any of those. Dread in for the easy breezy knockout. There we go, chat. Look at that. I heard you were having Pikachurrom problems. Yo, what's up, December Ween? How we doing? But I think that you know, SnorlaxMyDear is really kind of, I think that this actually makes sense. It's kind of like opening my eyes to just a different idea about Eternatus. I think that, you know, if we looked at Pikachurrom right now, and you think about Pikachurrom is not being built to be the fastest deck, though it is speedy and aggressive. It's being built to be disruptive, right? For Marnie, you know, the hammers. It's being built to disrupt, which makes sense because disruption is just very strong in this format right now. So honestly, I could just go another energy onto the act. Nah, that's fine. I don't even need anything else. We just keep. I don't even want to like load my bench. Yeah, we're just going to take the knockout. Yeah. Oh, so I said the Beedrill deck, and now I gotta play the I gotta play the Beedrill deck. Is that the way that works? Chat's like, Mahone just said if we bug him enough that he'll play anything, right? So... But I think that... I think the idea of kind of leaning into the fact that Eternatus can just be kind of slow, grindy, and inconsistent, like, that's fine. That can be frustrating. The fact that Eternatus can be slow, grindy, and inconsistent can be incredibly frustrating when you're trying to play a fast version of Eternatus VMAX. But if you're just leaning in and just saying, like, okay, you know, we're just going to kind of hammer, take our time, you know, if we don't attack every single turn, that's okay, you know, then you're going to get to the same end goal, but you're probably going to be better off because the speedy version of Eternatus is going to be inconsistent sometimes anyway. So then, like, if you just, you know, just kind of embrace the fact that you're not going to be the world's fastest deck and kind of throw in some extra disruption, you know, I think that's probably, you know, and then throw in the power plants is probably the best place to be, right? But it's exciting to have a different way to look at Eternatus, a different successful way to look at Eternatus. Because to be honest, I kind of gotten turned off by Eternatus because I've seen all these different variants online, and I've seen these variants in the tournaments. And to be honest, the only one that I'm consistently the only Eternatus build that I consistently have been losing to has been Starmie's. Starmie will like queue against me, you know, at various times, and this version of the deck's been doing very well. Like I said, I think we only had one match recently where we were able to Marnie. I think we were playing Lapras, right? And we Marnied Starmie's deck, and Starmie didn't really draw anything. But that'll happen, right? But other than that, you know, it's just been very strong. The hammers are very good. And the power plants have been pretty good as well. So maybe this will be a turning point. You know, maybe we just decide that Eternatus is one of those decks that needs to play for Crushing Hammer as well. Let's see, my opponent is setting up. They got Pikachurrom, Swell down. That's fine. It's a little bit annoying because I have to bounce the Swell. I would like to bounce the Swell, assuming they probably just played the one, right? And then I would like the Power Plant to stick. And on the turn that I bounce the Swell, obviously I won't be able to poison with Garbodor or anything like that. But it's probably okay. We'll also have to look at, you know, is my opponent going to play their second Dedenne anytime soon? If so, then, you know, the Power Plant won't really get any real use since they've already data changed once. They probably only played two, right? Nice top deck there. Love to see that. Crushing Hammer, go for it. Tails, got Great Ball. That's fine as well. We're going to go grab ourselves an Eternatus V. Slap the energy and go for the Crobat. Got Power Plants. That's fine. I actually think that we can probably sack the Power Plant this turn and then just pass and hope that I don't get Crushing Hammered by my opponent's deck. That'd be great. They just don't flip out. So we do have a decent enough hand. 8 Darkness Energy hasn't really been a problem for us either, which is crazy. We keep finding them. Hopefully we find one on the other side of this Marnie as well. But we'll see. Yep, sure enough, they're all over the place. That's fine. Hammer Tails. Life is good. Love to see it. We got another air balloon. Do they have a supporter? Or they've already played their supporter. Do they have like another Dedenne or something like that? Or are we digging? They got the Tapu Koko? Probably not. Probably just going to be a pass this turn. They haven't revealed their Tapu Koko Prism Star yet. So if we hit a hammer now, I'm going to be in a very strong position. I'm going to put the energy down here and Crobat, hoping to just draw into a VMAX. And sure enough, we've got a broken deck. So here we go. We've got that. We've got the Croagunk. We've got the Great Ball. We're going to go get Garbodor, I believe. Was Trubbish down turn 1? I think so. Yeah, seems good. Yep. And then I could just... I don't even have to Marnie. I mean, to be honest, I could just put this Crobat down and just research. Because my opponent's only got a 2-card hand. So I don't want to give them any more, you know, fuel. And then we're going to go Hammer. And we're going to absolutely put this Pikachurrom deck out of commission Oh my gosh. We're gonna dread for knockout. Oh yeah. Let's go. This is it, chat. This is the truth. Yep. I mean, how do you lose? You just don't. Hammer's a good card. You hit 2, game's over. That's just, it's done, right? It's just done. When you introduce hammers onto the other side of Pikachurrom, it's like, you know, Pikachurrom was all high and mighty when it was the deck playing the hammers, but now that you're the deck, now that the shoe is quite literally on the other foot, you know, how does that feel? It does not feel very good, right? So if we just play the same game, it's like if we figure we're slowing down Pikachurrom as much as they slow us down, then, you know, we're probably okay. And this match seems to be a battle of the hammers. I've hit 2 heads, they've hit 2 tails, and we could see how that's going out here. Right, I've got 4 prizes remaining. We've still got our 2 energy on board at this point. I could just even attach a 3rd energy to my active if I wanted to kind of shore up and get, you know, kind of guarantee that we get to keep it. We get to actually just gust up the peak. And yes, I am going to just put that 3rd energy onto the Eternatus VMAX. And we're just going to go here and Dread End, take that knockout. They shouldn't be able to paralyze me or anything like that. The only thing that they could do is remove energy. So we're just in a very good position right now against this Pikachurrom deck. And this is just insane. We were just drawing flawlessly with the whole squad out here. The power plants, the hammers. I mean, I'm definitely convinced, after seeing this matchup play out, I am convinced that hammers in Eternatus, just a good card, right? I mean, it's going to help you versus other Eternatus decks. It's going to help you versus Pikachurrom decks. It's going to help you versus ADP decks. That's, I mean, that all sounds very convincing to me. I think, you know, with the Garbodors and the Toxicroaks, you can even hang versus Zamazenta if you wanted to. You know, you get to poison them, and it's like, yeah, they take 60 damage a turn. We don't have any real great attackers to swing into the Zamazenta, but we do have Crushing Hammers, which you can use on the Zamazenta kind of at the end of the game. You just go, you know, start hammering away. Zamazenta, poison them. You can poke them with Power Accelerator. You can swing with Crobat V. Yo, Nikhil, thank you so much for the 215 bits. That's what's up. That's awesome. You're going to be able to play in the tournament tonight. Yo, excited for you, Nikhil. Thank you for joining us. All right, it's the Hammer Tails. Hammer Tails, that's 0 for 4. You do hate to see that. I've got Marnie. Wow, they do whip out the Tandem Shock. This is it, chat. They're going for their win con. All their hammer tails. And we've got Marnie. See if we can't draw out of it. Got a research and another hammer. And the energy. Which is very good. We missed the hammer, but we are going to put an energy down over here onto our benched Eternatus. We're in a little bit of a scary spot, because if this gets knocked out, they can't do 200 though. They can't. They could just do 160 again. They could stamp to 1 though. And switch, paralyze again. They're doing it. And I've got no stadium in play. They're doing it. They are doing it. This is the comeback we feared, chat. All right, we have to go energy here, but then I'm not going to have enough damage to knock that out, or enough. Yeah, we have to go there. Have to pass. Yes, and we're going to have to discard next turn. Feels bad. Should have held the Toxicroak. Yeah, I think so, right? Because then I could Pokémon out of it. Yeah, that's fair. Discard that. Discard that. Discard that. Doesn't feel great. Opponent still got some prizes left, though. And we just have to top deck out of it. We have to draw out of it. Or we could quick ball it away, right? Nah, we're insane at this game. We're insane at this game, chat. We're insane. Let's go. So we've got that now. Yes, should have technically held the Toxicroak, because then I could have quick balled it away. I could have communicated it away. All right, here we go. But research came just in time. And I believe this is a knockout. Right? There we go. Poison. And we're doing 240 plus like 5. Dread End. GG's, chat. GG's. Crazy. Crazy. Had it with, yeah, because we could have done, I hadn't counted yet, but let's go, chat. We're going to be going second this game. Looks like my opponent is playing a Zacian deck. Could be Zacian ADP. Judging by the Cherish Ball, looking like it is Zacian ADP. So we're going to see if maybe we can hit a Crushing Hammer early. That'd be great. Help keep them out of the Altered Creation GX. We've got a great opening hand ourselves. We definitely can't be disappointed about that. We've got Pokemon Communication. Can put the VMAX back into the deck. We've got Viridian. Pretty much guarantees us a turn 1 power accelerator as well, which is fantastic. We just got to get this water energy off of the ADP. Looks like they're even using the Metal Saucer there and then going to Intrepid Sword. They could have attached the Metal Energy to the ADP turn 1. I don't know. Maybe they have the other water energy prize. So if we do hit a Crushing Hammer, that'd be very good for us. But I figure most decks probably, most players probably not assuming that your Eternatus opponent is going to be playing Crushing Hammer. I know I certainly would not. Looks like there are only 2 Crushing Hammers in the deck right now, so it's a little bit sad for us. We're just going to go here, switch, and then we can quick ball away that Darkness Energy there just to get us. We need poison stuff, I mean, for sure, or we're not taking a knockout. So we're going to go here, we're going to research. I guess I do get to Power Accelerator, so we do have like a little bit of an increased chance there of being able to take the knockout on the ADP next turn. I think we're going to see what we get here. Another Toxicroak. Now, do I want multiple Toxicroaks in my hand? No, not in this hand. So we're just going to deny that. We're going to, I think, quick ball and get us a second Eternatus. It seems like the play since I'm going to go for the Power Accelerator. So we got that. I've already got the energy. We can just draw 3. Seems fine. And we do find the Croagunk, so perfect draws here. And we've got the Power Accelerator, and I think I'm going to go ahead and Viridian and get that out of there and grab us another Dark Energy just so that I have it, just in case my opponent decides to counter their own Viridian, maybe with a Swell or something like that. We just have these options available to us now. So we're all set up, ready to go for the second turn of the game. I only have to deal 250 damage to the active. We've got a Stadium in play so that I can use the Garbodor to inflict poison if I find myself a Toxicroak, which is, yep, right here. Then we can do more poison, which would make it 3 damage counters between turns, which we certainly like. They've got the energy for their ADP, so it's all going to come down to, can I knock out this ADP and then maybe hit some Crushing Hammers on the bench Zacian V. That would put us in a very good spot. My opponent didn't really play any draw cards there, so I'm not going to do anything like Marnie, definitely not. We're just going to research and then hope to find the VMAX and some Pokemon. We did. We've got the VMAX here. We've got the Power Plant. I've got an Eternatus V. I've got a Croagunk. I've got a Pokemon Communication. So I think we just go for the Crushing Hammer and we hit it. That's so good. And then we can get the poison. The poison would guarantee we got 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24 with the poison. And then we quick ball here for 1 more card. We get ourselves a Crobat. We go here, get ourselves the poison, and now it should be guaranteed for the knockout. Just go get Garbodor with Poisonous Puddle ability going over here. Now we Dark Asset, draw us some more cards. If we could hit another Crushing Hammer, that'd be insane. We don't need it though. We're just in a great position now. So I think that, we see what we hit off of these Great Balls. I do like getting another Croagunk down. I think that seems reasonable also. And that way we can inflict even more damage with Poison in the upcoming turns. And as you can see, we've got Poisonous Puddle. I mean, we're going to be using Dread End for 300 damage this turn. And I've still got options in my hand. The Zacian now only's got 1 energy on it. So this is kind of a perfect execution of what we want this deck to do. We've got Boss and Hammer in our hand now, so we can just go Dread End again for huge damage. I mean, my opponent just having to promote the Zacian there with just a single energy on it feels really bad. I mean, previously, you know, without the Hammer, they could have just gone Energy Boss and they would have had it. But now they're going to need Turbo Patch Energy, you know, and Gust, and then they maybe could do it. They've got the Mawile GX going down, Cherish Ball, but the Cherish Ball is going to block a Dedenne GX unless they got a counter Stadium, so that Dedenne GX might hit the board. Power Plant in play, so that's not going to work, and the Power Plant is going to stop my opponent from digging for those cards, and we just take the win. The Power Plant putting in a ton of work there, had the energy in the Pokemon Communication, we would have taken a knockout on that Zacian V again next turn. And that's it for the video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like the video, sub to the channel, ring that bell, and of course, check out FullGripCodes.com for instant Pokemon trading card game online code delivery. If you're looking for all of the latest PTCGO codes, make sure to check out FullGripCodes.com. I've got the link in the description. Supporting the store at Full Grip Games directly supports the content I create here on Tricky Gym. And also, make sure to check out the Twitch streams, twitch.tv/TrickyGym, where I stream live Pokemon trading card game content every single weekday. We've got a great welcoming community over there on Twitch, and we'd love to have you as a part of it. That's it for the video. Y'all take it easy and have a great day. Peace.